This is always my favorite part because no one's really in here yet. So I can kind of do what I kind of do. People can literally go back and see all the weirdness that happens before the interview. So it's like I'm kind of talking to the people of the future right now. So people of the future that I kind of watching this from the beginning. When I post this later, when it's on the page later, thank you for watching this. You know, this is the third episode. I'm glad that it's been received so well. And you know, hopefully it can get something bigger from this point. I gotta remember what this point in time is, and I don't know how many weeks, how many other interviews, other times down the line we're gonna see that this is really something special, right? Aaron here, so we'll wait for a couple more people to get into the live. Get more people to come to the live. I think I could add him. Yeah, I can invite him on here. We're just gonna let we're gonna let all your people come on to the live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Of course, of course. I was just saying, you can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Good.
I was just saying, I was like, yeah, this is like kind of like I love the beginning because no one's in here, but I can post it later, so it's like they're gonna see like all the stuff beforehand. That's good. Are you back in Detroit right now?
Yes. So
Okay.
I moved back from DC last April.
Oh, okay. Are you with mom and dad or are you on your own?
No, so I'm by myself. Well, I'm not on my own, but I live with Kaya.
Yeah.
So we moved downtown Detroit. We got a loft down here. So it's been pretty cool to be back home. You know, I was raised in the suburbs, so the and the creative environment is really cool.
Yeah. So it's sort of like being, well, how far are you from your mommy's home though? Like, because if it was me, I'd be doing laundry at my mom's crib every weekend.
No. I knew I couldn't move back in with mom. I could do it. So I moved like 20 minutes away, but I still go over there like every other day.
Nah, that's good. I mean, I moved to Vermont after I graduated. So yeah, so 4 hours away driving is it's the first. I wish I could get farther away, but you know, my mom is always like, come home and everything. I'm actually home now because she got tired of me being away for so long.
Good.
But so how is you say in the city now? So how is that with like? What do you guys have a car? Do you guys commute? Like, do you guys?
So luckily, I walk to work because I live so central to the office. I do like Detroit is not a big public transit city, unfortunately. So we all are driving.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it. It's just rather loud. Like I wasn't used to. I thought living in DC, I would be used to living.
Yeah, all the things. Yeah.
Right. But no, like there's a bar directly behind us, and from Wednesday until about Sunday at 4, it's gonna be lit.
Oh, I mean, at least I have a move. At least I have a move essentially. Like whenever y'all need one. So you said an office. Do you have another job in addition to like your business?
Yes.
Okay. What's the job like?
So, I would say so. This is my first time being in like a big corporate environment.
Okay.
So the 9 to 5, so I call it, is big corp. It's in title insurance. So it's pretty close to what I was doing before selling homes. I'm just a part of a different part of the transaction now. But it isn't, I definitely know that it's not where my heart is. And I think this job specifically made that really clear for me that there is no next job. There is no, oh, I need another job. I just have to, then my next job is working for myself.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a kind of a lot of things like young entrepreneurs that we kind of like, we work to realize that we do not want to work anymore. Like we realize, okay, this is just a check, you know what I'm saying? Because this check is the reason why I have the lights on, but the reason why I even wake up to go to work is because of my other, you know, creative endeavors, right? And for all the people that's in the audience that don't know, Aaron actually is my freshman year college roommate, right? So I definitely saw you at the beginning of your journey, like you said, selling homes, right? So walk me through how you went from, you know, selling the homes to being inside the home, designing the space.
Yeah. So, as Kachi said, we were freshman year Drew Hall roommates and sophomore year
And sophomore year, you can't leave each other. We wouldn't get no more. We wouldn't get no more strangers.
Yes. Yes. So, my sophomore year, I had come back to Howard, and I think freshman year when you get to Howard, like everybody finds their thing.
Yeah.
Everybody is finding their thing. And they're gonna do it well. And so when I came back sophomore year, I was like, I just need to find my thing. I need to plant myself here. I'm gonna graduate from this school, so I need to really like make this work. And something I've always loved homes, and I've always loved, how homes look, but I had no idea about the industry besides there's real estate agents and architects and
Yeah.
builders.
Yeah.
Right. And so I knew my education was not on a science or a math route. I was in the school of communication. So I said, okay, real estate, let's get closest to it. So let's go advertising. So I made my major advertising, and then I decided to set out on a journey to learn the real estate industry.
Mm-hmm.
So after, during sophomore year, I went after a bunch of internships for different brokerages. Nobody responded except one great lady who I owe a lot to, Miss Marlene Williams. And so she kind of took me in, and she was a powerhouse to work for. And she sold a lot of real estate in those DC streets. And I showed a lot of homes in those DC streets for about 3 years there.
Oh,
So
wow.
I got licensed at 19. We parted ways. I want to say right like as I'm turning like 22 ish. Yeah. So it was a long time.
Yeah. So then with interior design, like, because for me, it's like, I can look at my room, right? And say, okay, I like my bed to be here, or like my dresser to be there. How do you sort of, I guess study, you know what I'm saying? Because as a designer, you can study different styles. Dance, you can study different styles. But as an interior designer, how do you study to sort of make the perfect space for a client? Like, how do you get into that space to be a professional?
Yeah. So I design for feeling. And so but I did start my education at Howard too. So my minor was in interior design.
Okay,
So
okay.
the fundamental courses to learn color, to learn floor plans, to learn all of that. But my experience with real estate, I noticed that people were more attracted to homes that they felt like that they saw themselves in. And so when I design, I try to design for the client to see themselves in their best life in this space. So hopefully that kind of answered your question, but
no, definitely, yeah.
How I studied. I try to study the client.
So then with because I see now also you do wall decor, right? So did the painting always be a part of your, creative process, or did you just jump into painting and was just like, oh, let's just go with it?
Right. So the latter. So we were doing I was doing like smaller interior design projects, and I noticed that the abstract pieces that I really, really wanted, they were really expensive, and rightfully so. Like, charge, rightfully so. It's beautiful work, but it just didn't fit in the budgets of some of the projects I had. So, and in my own home for that matter. So I just decided to try to make like some pieces myself, and I made a couple friends, and then I kept making more. And then I said, no, we on to something here. Let's go.
Yeah, if you want something done, you do it yourself, right?
Do it yourself.
Exactly.
And like the market that I felt like I could find my lane, and it fit my brand, and it was time to go.
So what's the process for a client to come to Davenport Abney, right? And say, I want an interior, something for my home. Is it sort of like they bring a brief, or do you just sort of like they just tell you, hey, just go with what your gut is?
So it depends. So when somebody reaches out to me, I always try to meet with them. I prefer in-person meetings. I know that's not the way of the industry right now, but I try to meet with them and like get to know who they are. And fortunately, I have a great sphere of influence. So all of my clients are people I've known personally, so far at least. So I would come into the home and we would just discuss kind of like the function of the space that you really want. What do you want this to feel like? And once we kind of determine what we want this feeling to be, I then am off to the races trying to create that. And I kind of understand people's vibe, so I try to match the design to that.
Has there anything been kind of like crazy that people have asked you to do, or like anything outlandish that you've done for a client that you never really like imagine yourself doing?
Honestly, no. I love all my designs. I kind of get like, I love all my designs of all the customers. Like, if I could live in all of them and keep every piece, I would. But they honestly, everybody has pretty great taste. Like, it's
That's
cool.
So with the pandemic going on, oh, continue. No, I keep going.
No, I don't have a good one. Like, they all ask for nice stuff, so nothing too crazy.
So with the pandemic, how has it been, you know, the struggle with in person and like I don't even know, like, do you travel to these places? Like, do you travel to their houses and like, okay.
So I started mid-pandemic. So Davenport Abney a thing mid-pandemic. And I was like, you know, a lot of the people that I know and am really connected with are here in Detroit. And so my first client was here in Detroit. So I flew home and did that installation in one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So did all the shopping. And I had contractors, you know, come throughout the week, but you know, that install day was, there's not a staff at this point. So yeah. I flew in and made that happen. But COVID has definitely changed the industry. There isn't access to furniture like there used to be. Out lead times. So some furniture pieces are taking 5 months, 7 months, a year to come because of the supply chain. But so COVID has definitely made it harder. But luckily, I've been able to find pieces, you know, that are ready to go and that I can flip myself or that I can pick up myself so that we can get some of these spaces done a little quicker.
So what are some tips and tricks that, you know, I don't want you to give out all your secrets, you know, but for the, you know, the young interior designer looking at the Davenport Abney, like what kind of gems can you bestow upon them especially from the fact that you started mid-pandemic? Like what kind of gems can you give to that interior designer looking to make a breakthrough?
So everybody says this, but start today. You like your dreams deserve your undivided attention. So to a young interior designer, because I'm still one too, your client is out there. I think a lot of us get scared that we won't find a client that wants to work with us. And I just beg to differ. There is somebody out there that appreciates your vision and that will appreciate you executing that. So just go and start now, but go. Don't wait on nothing. Go.
So how has like curating space, do you curate the whole home or do they usually have you curate like just specific room? And then how does that function with the rest of the house?
Yeah, so specific rooms, it depends. I haven't had a full home project just yet, but when I have a specific room, we go in and I get a feeling of like, okay, what colors do you like? But I can get a feeling like from the space. So when I walk through the home, I'm kind of getting like the vibe of the client. And
getting the vibe, yes.
That vibe.
Yes. So then how would you describe your design style? Because, you know, for the interview, I did a little bit of research, you know, the Art Deco, minimalist. Like, I've been trying to figure out the lingo. So I want to know, like, how would you describe your style?
So it's pretty broad. I would say I'm more of a contemporary person. But I do like some of the conventional, you know, design styles of the homes we saw growing up. But I'm more of a contemporary people will say I'm lying because my own home is not too minimalist, but I do enjoy minimalist type of environment. So yeah, that's what I'll say. But I also don't bring my design style to my clients.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so some people may disagree with me, other designers may, but I'm designing for them. So if they want to be super traditional, we are going super traditional, and it'll just be an elevated version of super traditional. If they want super duper clean cut and super duper edgy, we're going to do that. So I am not going to, you know, I can shine. Well, I think my designs can shine through any genre of design. So I think we're good to go there. So
what would you say? Because also a lot of my interior design expertise comes from Interior Design Masters. I don't know if you've seen the show, but I love that show so much. I love that show. So what would you say is like a signature, well, aside from the wall art pieces, because those I've seen, those are beautiful. What's a signature Abney? Like if I go through a home, say Davenport Abney did this, no matter what the room is.
Well,
I got stumped, didn't I?
So I like acrylic stuff a lot.
Okay.
But that's not in every Davenport Abney design that I've done. That's pretty hard. You're going to make me work on making sure that I in every space.
Because I feel like even as an artist, like when writing, I feel like there's certain things that I'm like, even if it's different, like I go back, like, oh wait, I've been doing this for a minute now. So I've always wondered, like, what was that?
I feel you. I'm trying to because some of the bedrooms the spaces are just so different.
Yeah.
I think it's just the decor. Like you know an Aaron room by the vignette.
Oh, you know, yeah.
A candle. You're gonna see a candle, a flower number. You're gonna see that in every space that I do. So I think that kind of.
You're very much. It's the ambiance. You create ambiance. Yes, you like ambiance. I like that. So, what more can we expect from your business? Are we gonna see you on Interior Design Masters? I hope, or are we gonna?
Hopefully. So we are. We're like really, really going full steam ahead with the wall decor, because I noticed that art really tells the story, and art will make a room. You know, the furniture is one thing, but the art on the walls will really do most of the work for you. So I put a lot of attention towards that. So we can expect the Black Friday sale.
Woo! Hold on. You said this Friday?
This Friday. Okay.
We got Black Friday. So this isn't posted information, I don't think either. We got an exclusive. Hold on.
Yes. You're on it, friend. None other than my brother, but no. So Black Friday through Cyber Monday, we're gonna try to take it up there. So
we got the wall decor. So with that also, I heard also like staffing as well. Like how does that go with like, I always wonder, like, do you always pick the same contractors or the same plumbers or the same, handyman people, or how do you go about doing that? How do you even find them?
Yeah, so you really have to rely on your network a lot. And you can, of course, find people on the internet. I found great service providers on the internet, but I do rely heavily on my personal network. And most of the time, the client is hiring that person themselves.
Okay.
So it depends on what part of the project I'm brought in on, but most of the time, I'll create a design. And then the client, I can bring the client, of course, different contractors, but they're going to select who they want to work with. And so I'm working with them, not necessarily for them.
Got you. They're trying to bring you in like as a manager of sorts. Like they're saying, hey, I want this done. I need you to manage what's going on here. Got you. So I want to play a little lightning round with you. Right.
Oh, good.
For the last little 10 minutes you got here. And this is little questions I want everybody to, like, when they go back to, like, really get to know you a little bit better as not just an artist, but just more in how you're more involved in your craft, right? So I'm just going to say a phrase, and we're just going to talk about a little bit about, like, what these phrases sort of invoke, with what sort of things you think about with these phrases, okay? All right. So the first one, obviously, your favorite room to design.
I'm going living room.
Living room. Why is that? I feel like I thought you would have said the bedroom.
The bedroom is definitely a safe haven, but the living room is where like most of the memories are made. So
Oh.
I'm a memories person. I try to design for that. So living room.
Oh, you like fireplace, Christmas trees, things.
How
Okay,
romantic,
okay.
the whole vibe. Yeah.
Yes, yes. All right, all right. Honestly, I like the living room as well too. I like my bedroom, but I like the living room as well too. So now this may be hard, but what is the perfect color?
Oh, friend, that's hard. And so I, people might kill me for this. The perfect color is charcoal gray. Okay.
Charcoal, not heather gray, charcoal gray. What? Out of all the colors on the spectrum, why?
Love
Is it because it's versatile or?
charcoal gray gives you like a glamorous type of effect when done well.
Ooh.
And it can be translated into a lot of different areas. I also, and it depends on like where the color is going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm referring to wall color and paint color.
Okay, yes, that's why I was referring to paint color.
Okay.
Yes, paint color. Yes.
Charcoal gray is when done well is really, really like sensual, and I absolutely love it.
Okay. So this is for, another question for my young interior designers so they can get steal a little bit of sauce from you. But what is the best 3D modeling software?
I'm gonna say this and be so honest with you. Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Get
You
the
wait, they have a 3D
contractor.
modeling they make 3D models on Fiverr?
Make everything on Fiverr.
What?
I've given y'all the sauce. I have
What? I did
it
not
up.
know that. Wait,
Okay.
whoa.
Now
They
yes,
have a
you
3D modeling
know.
feature on Fiverr?
Pardon?
You can make 3D models on Fiverr?
No, you can hire people to do it for you.
Oh!
Yeah. So you do need to know. You do need to know CAD. I will not say
Yes.
you skip CAD. You do need to know
Yeah.
CAD. However, I fully believe in paying people for things that they are better that you are not good at. So, and I'm
Yes.
good, but I can't do some of the things that they do, and I will not try to. So,
Exactly.
Fiverr.
If they can do it the best, throw it to them.
Yep. And all you need to do is give your measurements, give them the requirements and the materials, and you'll be really surprised. There's a lot of talented people in this world, and I want to pay them. Okay.
And I mean that's good, I'm saying that you have a lot of I always say this on my lives, but I always feel like people that come on here, their first instinct is how can I help other people make money with whatever I want to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Yeah.
I love that answer for real, for real. All right,
Yeah.
so what are your top 3 interior designers that you look at?
Designers. I heard you correctly.
Yes, your top 3 interior designers.
So we have the legendary Michelle Boyd,
Oh,
Georgia. He's another African American man, absolutely fabulous. Has done some of the designs that you've probably seen in magazines. He's been in a number of magazines. He has a number of collections with different like big houses and stuff. So Michelle Boyd, check him out. Andre Hilton is also
okay.
out of Georgia. He did a show house in Michigan, and that's kind of how I got involved with, like, not involved with him, but found out about him. Absolutely fabulous work. And then there is Alvin Ailey, if I'm
Oh,
saying his name properly. He just had I know he did a moment with CB2 this year, and these are all Black men.
oh wow,
And
okay. We love Black men in interior design.
fuck Black man interior design. But they are absolutely phenomenal designers, and they are really who I look to say, no, I can do this. I belong in this industry, and I can make it. So.
And before I get to the next question, do you feel like there is a lack of Black men or just Black people in general in interior design?
Yes, so it's definitely a white dominated industry. And there is a lack of Black men. I think that we don't encourage our youth to go into like interior design, because I think it's
Yeah.
viewed being a decorator or something,
Yes.
and you send people down the architecture route, which is a phenomenal career. But there are kids who are like naturally good at this stuff, and so I think we need to nurture their design spirit instead of sending them on like a more technical route. Let's like nurture them as their as so.
And you're proof of that. The fact of, you know, say like that you can do it. The fact that, you know, you were looking at the Michelle Boys album, at least someone's looking at the Davenport Abney. So, you know, just thank you for being in this space, because I know for a fact I would love my house to be designed by a Black man. Well, it's gonna be you anyway, but so while you're painting, while you're going through your wall decor, who are your favorite artists to listen to?
Oh, favorite artist. So I'm a 90s person.
I played the R&B. I hope you appreciate it before I
so like Kelly Price.
Ooh.
What do we do? Like Where I Wanna Be. Let's do like, let me see. I got Kelly in there. Kelly got me through like a whole collection. So
wow.
I definitely have to put her in there. I would say I also listen to Giveon, like certain like minimalist paintings that I pull off, like he's in mine. So, and it helps. But now I'm also listening to the new Adele. She's gonna definitely pull out some crazy stuff. I can already.
So so is your art sort of reflective of like the music, anything that's going on in your life? You just pour it into your art. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. And that goes also into the feeling of the space as well. You put it into a space of comfort, of, you know, your living rooms. That definitely can invoke a lot of emotion as well. So who was a dream celebrity or celebrities that you would want to design for?
A dream celebrity? Let's see. I'm sure Beyonce's home is already fabulous. I'm gonna give that one up to her.
Maybe she buys a new home. Yeah, maybe she buys another
one. You know what? I would want to do Oprah because I know Oprah's home was done in like the early 2000s, and I'm sure she's made updates. But that is a fabulous space, and I'm sure it would be if we brought it up to like today's design.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So last question, right? So it's just that whoever's watching has a little excuse to message you about something.
Okay.
Well, what's your favorite show to binge watch?
Real Housewives franchise. Any of them, friend. Any of them.
See, you know what's crazy? The whole interview you were talking about having Ailey and color palettes and interior design, and now the TV that you like.
That's it.
That's the real. That's the real.
32, I started watching Housewives at a young age. I will say. So when I saw, you know, the Atlanta Housewives, they lived in a very, they lived in a community called like Sugarloaf Country Club, and those home designs stuck with me forever. And who's a Real Housewife of New York, forever. So that's just my truth, man. That's it.
And, you know, I ain't never really noticed it like that. Like people's looking at it for the ratchet TV, but you're like, oh my God, that house is so beautiful.
Literally.
No, that's great. So thank you, Aaron. That's all the questions I have today. Do you have any last words that you want anyone else to know about the Davenport Abney Collection brand interior design business?
Yes. So first, I want to say thank you to you.
Of course.
This opportunity has been amazing. It's a really full circle moment. I feel like you saw all of the journey.
Literally. You saw all mine. I mean, here we go. I'm not the one interviewed though.
Way back, okay. Bro, us was real different. But I just want people to know that you're worthy right now. So you're worthy at this price point, whatever income you're bringing in, you're worthy of whatever you want, and you're worthy of whatever space you want. And so, you know, a lot of people say, well, I'll do that when I achieve this, or I get a nicer space, or I'll do something else. Your time is now. I don't believe in waiting. I don't believe in settling. And so that is kind of the theme and the push behind Davenport Abney is I want to give people what they want right now.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Make
sure you guys check out that Black Friday special that Davenport Abney is having this weekend from Friday all the way to Cyber Monday. But I'm gonna see you guys next Sunday at 7 with more Kickin' with Kachi. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. I would say Davenport. Thank you, Aaron, so much once again for everything you've done before, everything you'll do later on, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
See you.